All right, and we are back here on the GSMC Football Podcast. And for the final part of the show, we are going to now preview Mahomes Allen Part 3. Now, this is taking place in Buffalo. It's going to be different. Obviously, the previous two playoff matchups between these two teams took place in Arrowhead. And I'm really looking forward to this game. I cannot wait. It's going to be different, though. Because the Chiefs are a different team. There's no Tyreek Hill in this matchup. You still got Travis Kelce, of course. But, the Chiefs have a different receiving core than the last time they played the Bills in the postseason. Obviously, they played each other in the regular season the last 2 years, including this year. The last 3 years. They played them in 21 in Arrowhead. 2020 again was in Buffalo, but again, that was with no fans. Now we got fans. Bills Mafia is going to be going crazy for this game. And yeah, the last time these teams met was, of course, the whole Kadarius Toney lining up off sides, his foot being just past the line of scrimmage, and that lateral play worked, and the Chiefs went ahead, and you thought the Chiefs were, pulled it out, but that was not the case. Patrick Mahomes was really upset after that. Thought he was going to... looked like he wanted to fight the ref. I mean, he was throwing his helmet down. It was not a good look for Mahomes. But... And listen, that got the Bills started on their playoff run. I mean, they've been in playoff mode for basically 2 months. And Josh Allen is 0-2 against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. And now he's at home. And he's coming off of a good performance against the Steelers. Had that 50-yard rushing touchdown, 3 passing touchdowns, no interceptions in the game. I think this game's going to be close. The line actually went up from 2 to 3, or 2.5 to 3, right? Yeah, 2.5 to now 3. The Bills are favored by 3 in this game. I do have the Chiefs going to the AFC Championship game. But, I mean, this game is going to be really close. I think this game's going to be close. I pretty much said that about, every game. But I think this game is going to be close. I think it's going to come down to who has the ball last. Now, it's going to be different because, obviously, the Chiefs offensively have not been this offensive juggernaut like they have been in years past. And one of the reasons why they've been successful this year is because of their defense. And I think that's going to be what keeps this game close, is the Chiefs' defense. And also, the Bills, they're banged up on defense. Their defense is banged up. I think Rasul Douglas was on the injury report. Taron Johnson. Because this is when I was listening to the radio yesterday. Let's take a look. So Gabe Davis, who had that big playoff game against the Chiefs a couple years ago, he didn't practice on Thursday. Knee injury, so he's questionable. Rasul Douglas is questionable. Taron Johnson was limited on Thursday. He's questionable. So, yeah, and then you also got Taylor Rapp, calf injury. He did not practice. So, yeah, the Bills could be missing some key pieces in the secondary on Sunday. That's going to be a problem. Now, the Chiefs can exploit that. However, their receivers need to hold on to the ball. Rashee Rice has played really well as of late. I'm not worried about him, but there might be some other guys that need to step up. Now, Kelsey's had a few drops too, and he hasn't looked the same this year, but, it's Travis Kelce. It's these other guys like Valdez-Scantling. I don't know if Kadarius Toney is going to play in this game because I know he didn't play last week. He's had a drop problem. I know Sky Moore was on IR for a while. Is he? Let's see. Let's see if, because again I'm looking at CBS. Let's see if CBS has any updates. So yeah, Sky Moore is on injured reserve, expected return. So maybe he is coming back for this game. Kadarius Toney was limited. He's questionable. So we'll see. But I think the other thing too is the Chiefs are going to rely on Isaiah Pacheco running the football, and he's done a nice job this year. So, again, it's not the same Chiefs offense that we're accustomed to seeing. We're definitely not going to see 42-36. That's not going to happen. We're not going to get that. But it's still going to be a very competitive game, I feel like, because the Bills with their injuries on defense and the way the Chiefs defense has played this year, I think Josh Allen's going to turn the ball. I think Josh Allen will turn the ball over in this game at least once. I'm pretty sure I said that in the Steelers game and that didn't happen, but I think we'll see that with the Chiefs defense here. And again, this is Patrick Mahomes' first playoff road game, not including the Super Bowls. This is the true first road playoff game for him. So we'll see how that is, because now it's going to be different, playing in that hostile environment. And it's going to be the first time he's playing in Buffalo with fans, because again, COVID season, there were no fans, which made that easier. So, and actually, I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire had a really good game on the ground. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen here because, they got Pacheco now. But actually, let's go back to that, because I didn't look at that. I didn't look at the stats for that game. Let's see. 'Cause I think he had over 120 yards rushing. Let's see. So yeah, the Chiefs won that game 26-17. Yeah, Edwards-Helaire had 26 carries for 161 yards in that game. Wow. That's unbelievable. But we're not going to see that. We're not seeing that on Sunday. That's not happening. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we saw with the Bills against the Steelers, they went up 21-0, and then they kind of took the foot off the gas pedal, and the Steelers kind of came back in the game. I don't think the Chiefs are going to fall behind 21-0, but if the Chiefs are losing, I mean, I'm not going to count them. I mean, unless it gets really out of hand, if the Bills, come out and they, come out on fire like they did against the Steelers. If the score gets really out of hand, then you might have to say, wave the white flag there. But, I mean, I don't think it's going to get that way. I really think that this game is going to be close, but we'll see. And listen, I think the Bills, they finally want to get this off their back, and they want to finally be able to beat the Chiefs and get to a championship game. Well, I mean, they did that in 2020, but, they want to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs in a big spot, because they have not been able to do that. They've owned them in the regular season in recent years, but when you get to the postseason, it's different. So this is a big game for them. And again, we'll see how Patrick Mahomes is in his first road playoff game. But, Mahomes has 2 Super Bowls. I mean, if the Chiefs lose this game, obviously there'll be some criticisms there, and they have things to address in the offseason. Like, they're going to have to fix this receiving core because they can't run it back like this next year, with the amount of drops that guys have had. And, but for the Bills, this is a big spot for them. Like, they have to win this game. And it's tough for me again because, look, I had the Chiefs going to the AFC Championship game and losing to the Ravens. But, again, I mean, it's just my bracket. It's already busted up. But it's tough. I think it's really tough. Because, I mean, the Bills, they've struggled this year, but they've been in playoff mode for a while now. And this is the team that is kind of their kryptonite in the postseason. I don't even, well, should I even really say kryptonite? I mean, they lost 42-36 a couple years ago. So, I mean, it's kind of been like that brick wall that's been in their way. Yeah, we'll say that. Kryptonite, because that means they just haven't, I mean, if you want to talk about kryptonite, even though they played them once, I mean, the Bengals last year, they destroyed them in Buffalo in the snow. But, yeah, I mean, Josh Allen has played well in the playoffs against the Chiefs. It's just they've just kind of been on the losing end, so, I mean, we'll see. I think it's going to be a great game, but that it's anything can happen. So I mean, for me, I still have the Chiefs winning, but it's going to be a close game. I think. you know. But if the Bills win this, I'd be very happy for them because that means they'd finally get over that hump, and they finally beaten the Chiefs in the playoffs. I mean, listen, they're at home. They should win. They should win the game. You got that crowd behind you. Patrick Mahomes never played a road playoff game before. This would be a huge win for them. But it's going to be tough because, again, you're missing pieces on defense. You could be missing more with, again, just going over the injury report. But we'll see. Actually, did I go over the league rankings with these teams? I don't think I did. So when it comes to the league rankings for these teams, if I could find it, I don't know where. Oh wait, here we go. So both teams are top 10 in passing yards per game. Oh, I just realized my camera went off. Huh, that's interesting. I don't know when that happened. All right, just give me a second. I'll fix it. Hold on 1 second. And nope, that did not do what I wanted it to do. Oh, that's great. This was towards the end of the show. What the heck? What happened? I can't believe this. I know, I was looking at my phone, and all right, that's great. I don't know what happened, guys. I apologize for that. I did not think that was gonna. I know, it was like working great the whole show, and then all of a sudden it just decides to act up on me. That's great. I don't know. I don't know what's been going on with my video camera. It just doesn't make any. All right, so here we go. We're back. So anyways, because we got a few minutes here. So yeah, top 10 in passing yards, both teams per game. The Bills are 7th in rushing yards per game, and the Chiefs are 19th. And then points per game, the Bills are 6th, the Chiefs are 15th. And then on the defensive side of the ball, they're both top 10. The Bills are 6th, giving up 216.2 passing yards per game. The Chiefs are 4th, giving up 197.2 passing yards per game. Both teams are middle of the pack when it comes to running the football. So you figure James Cook is going to be a factor in this game for the Bills, and obviously Pacheco for the Chiefs. And then points allowed, the Chiefs' defense is 2nd, and the Bills' defense is 4th. So, I mean, we'll see how this game goes. But, yeah, I just wanted to run through that very quickly. I can't believe my camera did that, but whatever. It's going to happen at least. It seems like it's going to happen at least once. Although the last couple of days it's been better. I don't know why it decided to do this now. But, yeah, I do have the Chiefs winning. I'm going to say it's not going to be 42-36. It's going to be, I'm going to say the final score is 24-21. I think that's the final score. Chiefs win. Might come down to a Harrison Butker game-winning field goal. But we'll see. I mean, again, the Bills are at home, but with the injuries on defense, that concerns me. But we'll see. Again, it's Patrick Mahomes' first road playoff game, so anything, we'll see how he is in that environment. I mean, I think he'll be fine, but again, worry about the Chiefs and their receivers being able to catch the ball. Well, some of them. Rashid Rice has been good. But Kelsey's had a drop problem too, and he hasn't looked right. So I don't know how he's going to be in this game. We'll see. But it's going to be a good game, and it's going to be a good weekend. And on Monday we will have 4 teams remaining. So I hope everybody enjoys the weekend, enjoy the games. I definitely will. Speaking for myself. But, yeah, with that is all the time that we have for today. Again, I thank you guys for watching. We'll be back again on Monday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And until then, I'm Kenneth Grunfelder signing off from the GSMC Football Podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Have a good day. Enjoy the games, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Take care.